Good evening, everybody. I don't know if this is going on. I'm just trying to find some lighting by moving this. I know I'm on live. So tacky. Anyway, just wanted to let you know I'm doing okay. I've been watching movies for 4 days. I'm completely Kratom free. No more withdrawals or nothing, but I've been having the blues for a couple of days. But it's not no major depression. Just I notice a little bit of a downhead, So and the energy is not so great, even with my black sea oil. So, but I'll get that back. I'm drinking a lot of liquids and stuff like that. It's not that bad. It's probably gonna be about a week of the blues, I say. Maybe till next week or something. Like I said, I haven't been on it for a long time. It didn't hit me like the pulse hit me before. It's very, very minor. But as far as the klonopin stuff is concerned, like I told you my story before, I have a 0.5 and then a 1 milligram. I've been taking only 1 milligram, which is a little bit more than I should be because I got a 0.5. He told me to break that in half. So I started with a 0.1 only because I've been taking it like almost 3 times a day, 2 each time. But it was 1 milligram each, so it was like 6 milligrams a day, sometimes 4 milligrams a day. Anyway, my body got used to it after 12 days. So instead of taking 2, what I'm doing is taking the 0.1. I didn't realize the 2.5, the 0.2, what is it? 0.25 is less. But being that I've been on it and I had the withdrawal so bad, I took the 1 milligram and I could still feel. And I'm also taking, guys, this augmentin here because I refuse. Because I was doing it to take the Kratom, but it was anxiety pills. I mixed them all up. And they were helping with the withdrawals. I don't know, but I don't think so. What I think was doing, helping with the anxiety, which what it did was calm me down, which made the withdrawals more minimal for me. And then I decided, I said, I'm going to take the augmentin, just take the 1 milligram, and completely cut myself off for the 3 and 4 that I was taking a day. But I do feel it sometimes. I'm not taking sleeping pills, but I do fall asleep because I'm supposed to take half in the morning and half at night from the 0.25 or whatever. Then I get a prescription for 1 milligram, which that's what I was originally on. That's why he said I was on such a low dosage. So now I see I've been taking the 1 milligram. Then I have here 2.5 milligrams. I'm not fucking confused. But like my sister said, the 1 milligram is a little more stronger than the 0.5 milligram. So what I did was I started with the 1 milligram, being that I was taking all those other milligrams, like sometimes, or mostly 3 times a day, or on a good day, 2 times a day. But I could still feel it at night. I take this augmentin, I take a scoop of this in the morning, and I take my 1 milligram, and it lasts me the whole night. But when I go to bed, I could feel that my body's asking, since you're so used to taking a klonopin at night, because I would take it either before I go to bed or I wait for the so-called withdrawals or whatever, which really was anxiety. Plus a little bit of the withdrawal, I would take it. Or sometimes I wouldn't, but my body got used to it. So what I did was like, I'm going through it a little bit, but so far the augmentin it potentiates it. So I'm really cutting down on it. I'm not taking all these other pills that I was taking, which is better for me because I was taking sometime on a bad day 4 and sometime on a good day 6, 2 in the morning, 2 in the afternoon, 2 at night. But as I was getting better, then I would cut back. But then I get myself a little habit of it, which that never happened to me before. And I've been on it for 4 years. Never happened to me before. Never took a urine and nothing like that ever came out. So I'm doing the 1 milligram. which that's what I was originally on. So the 1 milligram, this little pill here, which I was taking like 2 in the morning, 2 in the afternoon, 2 at night, or 1 at night when I felt bad, or 2. So I caught a little habit behind it. So what I did was I take the augmentin and I only take 1 in the morning because I do wake up feeling a little sick. But that's all right because I can deal with it. Once I take the klonopin and take the augmentin together, about a half an hour later, I start feeling better. But I'm going to do that for another 30 days or maybe less. And then what I'm going to do is start maybe on Tuesday. Next Tuesday, I'm going to start just taking a half. And let me see where I feel from there to start. Let's see what happens. I'm going to take the 0.25 and cut it in half, like you say. I'm going to see how that half of that one makes me feel and see how far that can take me. But he says that 0.25, I take it in the morning and I take it at night. So if that works out, which I'm still going to be feeling a little rough around the edges. But once I get it in my system, I'm all right. But I could feel it when it's not. But it's doable. It's doable. So let's see what happens. So coming this Tuesday, I'm going to just take a leap. I'm just taking a leap to see where it's going to be. I'm going to take a leap. And I'm going to take that 0.25 and I'm going to cut it in half. But maybe not. So I'm still debating on that. Maybe not. But maybe I'm going to wait a little bit longer because I can't remember if you ever gave me a 0.25. Like, I just want to make sure I'm doing the right thing. But yeah, I'm going to wait a little bit until I don't feel any more of the rough edges at night. What I'm going to be doing is taking my sleeping pill, which I always supposed to take, which I really don't because I'm not hooked on them. But I'm going to start taking them to see if I can sleep right through that uncomfortness. Now, if I wake up feeling a little sick, that's okay. But at the same time, I am detoxing from the klonopin. That's how I feel. So I don't want to put any more in my body. So I'll go through those feelings. Like the risk withdrawal or kick in probably in about 3 or 4 hours because it takes so long to kick in. But usually it just puts me right to sleep. So I can sleep through all that uncomfortness. I wake up sometimes, like lately 3 times, and I could feel a little tossing and turning. But once I take my klonopin in the morning, I'm all right. It's like a fix if you ask me. But I think I should wait until I completely stop. All those feelings completely stop. Once those stop, then I know I'm stable. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Then I'll know that I'm stable. Once I get stable, then I'm going to take the 0.25 and cut that in half. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be safe and wait till I'm completely stable on the klonopin, on this 1 milligram. I ain't suffering or nothing like that. Just very uncomfortable. But really a little tossing, a little turning, but I can get back to sleep. But in the morning, I feel kind of rough. So I take that 1 milligram because, remember, I was taking a few a day. So, he said, I'm not detoxing like with him. It's going to be years. So, but I'm really doing okay because since Friday, I've just been taking the 1 mil. At first, I took the 0.25, and it took me completely out of the withdrawal. So, I don't know. So, let's see. I'm going to try the 0.25 tomorrow. I don't know. So, the 0.25 is a little less. But he told me to take that and cut it in half. So, I don't know. So, like I said, once I get stable, then I'm going to cut that in half. But I got to wait till I get stable. I'm going to do that. I'm not going to jump the gun and get myself into a withdrawal situation. I'm going to wait until my body becomes totally stable where I won't feel those rough edges at night. Then I'll know when my body is stable. Once it's stable, like I said 50 times, then I'm going to start cutting it in half with the augmentine and stay on that until, I don't know when. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know until when. Probably I decided like in August to start. Yes, I will be going back on the Kratom for the benzos. And I'm going to see how long that's going to take. I know I'm going to go into the pause just as bad as I went through with the other one. I don't know. Everything is, since it's low dosage, but it's been a while. And maybe it won't be that bad. But I know I did it to myself. And it's okay. It's now I decided to pull a camera. It's okay, but what I'm gonna do is like I said, I'm gonna wait till I get stable on this 1 milligram. I'm gonna wait till I get stable on the 1 milligram because he got me confused. First he gave me the 0.25, then I get the 1 milligram from my regular pharmacy. So it's a mistake somewhere. He said take the 0.25 and cut it in half, take half in the morning and half at night. But what he didn't know was that I was taking so much as I was taking. He didn't know that. I didn't tell him that. I just told him that it was 3 weeks that I haven't taken it. But it was actually like maybe 2 weeks. I started feeling worse and worse. I realized it wasn't the Kratom, it was the fucking klonopin. So I went through 2 weeks of that. So I'm counting those 2 weeks, and then when I got the 0.25, I took that and the withdrawals completely stopped. Then I saw the 1 milligram, which I thought was less. And my sister says, no, it's not less. It's more than the 0.25. So the 0.25, I'm going to wait until I'm completely stable because I don't take it at night. I don't want to take it at night. I never took it at night like that I remember. Only while I was on the Kratom. But I think I have. Figured it was something else. So, yes, I am going back on the Kratom. If it's still available. I got a lot there, but it might not be fresh by August. If it is, I'll find out. I'll dib and dabble in it. If I don't feel it, then I know it's not fresh. But I will be ordering some fresh red and some fresh green. But like I said, that was going to be the end of August, going into the beginning of September. I'll start the detoxing off. And hopefully, I'll be 0.5 milligram off the klonopin. I'll wait to go into complete withdrawal and start on the Kratom for, it says 1 to 6 weeks. And that's what I'm going to do. Especially for the benzo. But now that I know it wasn't the Kratom that I was withdrawing from, I have to say that the Kratom withdrawal probably would have lasted like maybe, for me, 4 months. Probably not as long as I went to 18 days because it really wasn't, it was less. Because I was getting sicker and sicker for a week and a half instead of getting better. So I'm going to take 6-7 days off it and say that it might have been 12 days or 10 days that the Kratom would have been done with. But since I was off the klonopin, that's what I was feeling. Instead of getting better, I was getting worse. It was because I wasn't on the klonopin, so I probably would have finished the Kratom withdrawals a long time ago. But what I was feeling was something else. Now I know. So I'm taking this. He says not to take it in my own, but I'm doing it on my own. Just like he said, don't do this boxing on your own. I didn't do it I did it on my own. And I'm going to do it for the klonopin. Like I said, I'm going to wait till my body gets totally stable on the 1 milligram, which at night, it's not so great, but it's not total withdrawals. It's just a little uncomfortable. I could feel the difference. Not like it's not keeping me awake, but it does wake me up in the middle of the night. So, but I'm a strong bitch because I haven't taken it like that since, like, for a while. Since I ran out like a week and a half, 2 weeks. I haven't taken it like that. So I started with the 1 milligram. So my body's still missing milligrams because I was overdoing it. But I'm fighting it. I'm fighting it. And until I get stable on the 1 milligram, once a day, I ain't using it at night. Once a day with the augmentin. So I'm going to be all right. I hate to have to go through Kratom, which I hope they don't ban it, because I don't want to go through withdrawals without anything. Now that I know I could do it with Kratom, even though there is a withdrawal with Kratom, and I would have to say that it's not in the months, it's in the weeks. And this time I know a little bit more, and I know what I have to do, and all that stuff they say about changing. Yes, it's good to change strains. Don't stay on the one strain because then it won't work. So I'm gonna buy the green, which I wish the green would last longer, but it doesn't. Only last 4 hours, depending on where your body's at, actually, and how much you were taking. So, his I believe what he said. You completely stopped it, but it took a while for it to set in. Like it lasted. They said it does last a little longer. So he went on into SSRI thing. I said no, I'm not doing that, and I don't know how I'm gonna feel after the klonopin, brain fog or anything. Which that didn't happen. What happened was real big time headaches, nauseous, and a little dizziness. So, but not no panic attacks or nothing like that. But it was enough for me to know I was withdrawing from something serious, and it was the klonopin. So I ain't trying to play doctor, but I'm gonna do this on my own. If it helped with the Suboxone, I know it'll help with the klonopin. I don't know. It says I saw this thing where it says between 1 to 6 weeks, depending on what you're on. Same thing for the benzo, 1 to 6 weeks. And like I said, I wish the green would last. The green works great. By the time in August come, I know that once I take the Kratom, it's gonna be like the very first time, and I'm gonna start with the depending on how the withdrawals are, which I know they're gonna be fucking horrible. But I won't go over 5 milligrams. It'll be 3 milligrams. Leave the reds for the nights, and I haven't figured out the nights yet, because I don't want to have trouble sleeping once I get off of the Kratom, because you'll be using the reds, but the reds work great for pain and everything through the night. So, which will help me hopefully not to keep getting up. But I know the first couple of weeks is a little harder because you do have to watch the clock. I don't care what nobody says. You have to dose every 4 hours or so. Especially when you're withdrawing. It is what it is. So that's where I'm heading to. But yeah, I also don't know if I want to leave the klonopin. I just want to be on a certain milligram. Yeah, on a certain milligrams, which will probably I'm going down all the way to 0.5 milligram. Maybe I'll just stay on the 0.5 milligram. But like I said, I'm gonna keep doing it until my body gets stable on the 1 milligram, because I was taking so much of it. So like 2, like 4, like sometimes 6 milligrams a day. Sometimes 4 milligrams a day. So now I'm doing just 1 milligram. But the augmentin is stretching it. It's stretching it. Sometimes I feel a little low, but I put through. I pull through. And I try hard to stay away from it. So And I think the augmentin helps with the withdrawals too. I really do. But I'm going to do some more research a month before, like July. I'm going to start buying me some other, get my arsenal ready, and be in a month in with vitamins and all that, increment them in my body before the actual withdrawal. So it'll make things a little easier. Drink a lot of water, have my vitamin C this time, not so much. D-magnesium, which does help. And there's a couple of other stuff, but I gotta watch it because I'm also an antidepressant, so I don't want to whack out my serotonin levels or anything like that. So we'll see. You know, once that's implemented, it's also going to help me with the pause, which I know I will have the pause with the klonopin. I know that was really hard. It lasted a month and a half. I mean, real bad fatigue. And there's really nothing you could do about it. But I started with the B12s and that helped. So just in case, I'm going to be ready for this one. So that's what I'm going to do. So a psych assistant said that klonopin is the one that's least addictive. I got a big question mark on top of it. What do you mean least addictive? If you take it for a long time, you're addicted to it. If you stop taking it, you're going to withdraw. So I don't understand what you mean the least addictive. I don't understand what you mean by that. The least addictive. Does she mean is short withdrawal? I don't think so. Is it different than SSRI? I don't think so. I think benzos are benzos or whatever. So let's see. Maybe I'll just stay on the half. I don't know. But I'm going to see. I'm going to see. Anyway, you guys, I'm doing fine. But I do have the blues. And that's coming from the Kratom, and also it's coming from, I believe, the klonopin not really having as much as I was having. But I'm going to do it, guys. I'm going to do it because that 1 milligram is holding me all day. But when I go to sleep at night, I do wake up like twice or 3 times, and I feel it that it wants that klonopin, but I won't give in. I'll wait till the morning, which by then I do feel kind of like bad. That's why I gotta wait until my body gets stable. Once it gets stable and all those feelings go away at night, then I'm gonna go to a half and start on that. Once I do that half, get to the one point where it's only gonna, you know, do the same thing I've been doing with the augmentin. Take the augmentin and take the 1/2, which I'll probably also feel because it's like a little detox, you know, and see where that gets me. Or take a half and then cut the other half into a little half and take that and keep going down, down, down and see what happens. Some people might say it might not be work, but for what I was taking, it's the augmentin, and then I stopped like that abruptly. And the 1 milligram and the augmentin has been working. I'm not saying that I'm not going through it, because I am at night, but I won't say it is mild withdrawal, but not to the point where it's like, oh my God, like I was that Friday when I was like seriously ill, like the first day you really get that first withdrawal when it finally sets in, not like that. So that's why I don't reach for that next klonopin. I don't want to. So it's not up to that point yet. It's doable. So instead of me just jumping the gun, I'm just going to be smart about it and just wait till my body stabilizes. Once it stabilizes, then I'll cut that half. That's what I'm going to do. Anyway, just wanted to tell you where I was at. Day 21. From this day on now, no more counting Kratom. I'm done. I'm finished with it. But like I said, I will be going back on it. Probably, no, I'm going to enjoy the summer, the first week of September. That's when I'm going to start it. Or July. I haven't made up my mind, but I'm going to see where I'm going to be at. I have to get through this baby shower thing first. And then see if everything works out with the Kratom. I don't know yet, guys. I'm still like up in the air with everything, but I'll see how that turns out. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good day.